Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Last Leg Parlays, Episode 2, Square Table Sports Live, every Thursday at 8:30. We had to push it back because of charms to Friday. Sorry for everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm glad you're all here with us. I am Square Table Chris, and always with me are my esteemed colleagues, LLP Butch. How you doing, Butch? How's everything? How was your week?
I'm good. It was great,
That's it? Just great?
Yeah.
And I know. I
We'll
know
get
that it
into
was
it.
great.
We'll
All
get
right,
into it.
I know.
Why? We'll get in why.
And on my other side, Michael Saleh. How you doing, Mike? How's everything?
What's up? Sorry we had to push it back a day. I had to go see Shane Gillis.
But we are all here now, and that's all that matters. Give it up. Thank you, everyone that's tuning in today. Everyone that is here with us tonight, make sure right there on the bottom there's a thumbs up on the YouTube page. Give that a click. It helps us tremendously. Let's dive right into it. We got a new thing that we're going to do with the show. It's a guy show. We're at the bar. We're hanging out. We're doing a recap. So we're going to do a little beer introduction, little drink introduction, what we're sipping on tonight. And we're going to do a little review of that throughout the show. But so I'll go first. I'm starting with a leftover in my fridge, a garage beer lime, and not looking forward for this one. Mike, what you got?
So for me, so I don't drink beer. So I drink all seltzers and all types. I already poured mine in. I'm drinking a nice cup. I'm drinking a mango seltzer. I forget the brand.
Mango.
I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, you got to give the brand that people want it, you know?
Yeah. Give them the brand.
It's a Truly.
Truly, of course it is.
Knew it.
And Butch, what you got? Our cigar connoisseur.
I leave the drinking up to you guys. After a nice day of Miami losing, the Bears losing, nothing better than lighting up a Legends CI cigar.
Ooh.
Put it in. No aftertaste, no morning terribleness. It's just smooth as can be and perfect, especially in the summer.
Now, if Butch had any sort of balls, he'd crack that window in the back and start puffing, see what the wife has to say.
Yeah, none of that. None of that.
I'm doing that.
He still wants to sleep in the main bed tonight.
Yep.
So if you guys don't remember last week, the show was called Last Leg Parlays. Us three, we used to have a little thing where we would do a parlay, place it every week, and see which leg didn't hit. It was always one. Every week we lost. So last week, we did a little three-person parlay. Mike, who'd you have?
I had Shakir, Bills, 5.5 receptions, which hit. So can't complain.
Barely, but it hit. It hit. Butch, what'd you have?
I had Loveland. As much as I hate the Bears, Loveland 50 yards receiving. He had 56. It hit.
That hit?
Yep.
Ah, trash. And so we're gonna go to the next segment now.
Yeah, right. What about your leg, Chris?
I had Colorado State plus 5.5 at Boise State, and they lost by 6. That parlay was trash, in the dirt, dead. But I will say, credit to me, that game was a Friday game, so we knew the parlay was cooked before you guys. So there was no pressure. What's Mike got to say here? Brutal segment. One guy drinking a shitty lime beer, one dude rocking a flavored seltzer, and then Butch comes in not to be outdone. No drink at all. Ooh.
All right,
shots fired. Okay. I will remind Mike that I am hosting the show tomorrow.
And we have not even touched on the Bills yet, so he better back off the comments.
And we do have Troy in here also, who probably will. I'll leave it for tomorrow, but he came out victorious on that one. He's a Broncos fan, so I'm gonna let him talk to Mike and say some nasty things. I'm not gonna censor that at all.
We'll see if it's victorious. We'll save that for later.
Diving right into what we got to talk. We got a full show today. bunch of new segments. We see if we get to them. Every week we have this big group chat going on. We had 500 things, so we got to try to trim it to an hour. We're going to start with Indiana versus Miami, 27-21. They did not cover. Good teams win, great teams cover. So I can only assume Indiana is not a great team. Butch, you could go first. What do you got to say about this one?
I mean, it happened the way I said. It great defense. You know, they didn't turn the ball over. And when it came, stop with that. Don't even.
Great defense.
And then when it came down to the end, Mendoza put the icing on the cake. He's not going to do that when he's a Raider, but he let Miami know you can bring guys back for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. They can get their doctorate while they're at Miami, basket weaving, book editing, something. They can do something while they're there, but they can always play 8 years. And at the end of the day, they'll come up ringless. Just, they're not going to win.
And they were home. Tough losing in your hometown, your home city to Fernando Mendoza and the Indiana Hoosiers. Mike, what do you got? What do you got to cook on this one? I know you're Miami.
I will say that they were home, but in the same breath, like it felt like it was just an Indiana crowd. I feel like there was nobody there for Miami. Like I truly think that there was more people rooting, and this is based off everything that was reported and everything of that nature, because obviously we're poor. But it seems like the crowd was just taken out of Miami sales. I said this last week. I said that they would either won or lost because of Carson Beck, and they lost. Carson Beck had the opportunity to show, hey,
yep,
I'm a legit quarterback. You can draft me in the first round. And he ate it.
I'm glad he didn't, because I know you said last week that Beckett too. I mean, he proved he's not that. I mean,
100%.
When it came down to it, Mendoza did what Heisman quarterbacks do, what great quarterbacks do, what number one quarterbacks do. He went down the field, he scored, he ran in there. A play that if you watch the film, he learned from a Notre Dame game. Notre Dame did that to Miami. CJ Carr right up the middle week 1. And they had to watch a lot of film on that. They stole it. They stole the play. They needed Notre Dame to win that game. And then, like you say, you saw Carson Beck, and he threw a bad interception to a pass that if he throws it right, that's a touchdown. Game over. You win, right? I mean, it's not like that was a play where it was a super contested route. Like, it was underthrown.
And I think also when you're looking at it, sorry, I want to finish this with the Miami part of it. When you look at the game overall, they just couldn't run the ball. They literally could not run the ball at all. And
they need to. They need to run the game.
The only way that Carson Beck would have even been able to get started is if they had a running game. Since there was no running game, there was no chance.
And they fell behind early. They had a brutal first half. I mean, it was all Indiana. And like we said last week, we called it exactly like that. Butch said it. He said if they get hit in the mouth, they're not going to be able to recover. And they didn't. They need to run the ball. They need to establish a run. Good.
They're going to fight each other. They did. Right in the second half or the second quarter. Indiana goes up, and next thing you know, on the sidelines, you have Miami players fighting, screaming at each other. Right there, it just started to unravel.
Yep. And Marcus Freeman owns Cignetti, but obviously Cignetti owns the rest of college football. He's lucky they weren't in the tournament. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, Mark Cuban talked a lot. They interviewed him a ton before the game, and they talked a lot about the money that they're pumping in, and whether these reports are right. But he offered Mendoza $39 million to stay for another year. Like, so supposedly those were reports. Obviously, Mendoza already declared, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah, breaking news today: Mendoza declared for the NFL draft.
So, like, I think, and also it shows too that they were ready to flip the roster, right? His brother ends up going to the transfer portal.
Right. They just spent a ton of money on Hoover.
Tech. Yeah. Now they're heading to Georgia Tech. Like, it is what it is, obviously, in this environment and the way that the transfer portal is. And I know we'll get to that later on in the show. But it just seems like Cignetti has something going on. And I think it's here to stay. What everybody else does in the Big Ten to adjust to it will be the key in this.
Yeah, he gets full size grown men, and it works. It's a great strategy. We'll see if it goes. It's a copycat league every sport, so you see if it completely everyone just starts doing that. Fuck the 5 stars and let's get some 25-year-olds.
Right.
You know who doesn't have to do that this year?
Florida State.
Notre Dame, because
Florida
they get their
State,
automatic bid because, let's baby them. Here you go.
That's an
Get in
alpha
there.
move. It shows that the NCAA needs Notre Dame more than Notre Dame needs the NCAA.
100%.
Moving on, NFL. NFL playoffs this week. Starting off, Bills Broncos. What do you got on this one, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a great game. I think that it was a game that more so the Broncos got lucky, in my opinion. I mean, they at the end of the day they didn't get lucky because Bo Nix is out for the rest of the year. But in order to just get out of that, like, it's great win for Denver. But now they're just going to get stomped on, in my opinion, by
New England.
And I think that looking at the game overall, I think it was a great game for the playoffs. I think that the one thing that the Bills could have done better, if anything at all, I mean, it's just time management, like hold the ball a little bit longer, which sounds crazy to say. But I think that both teams played well enough to win the game. It's just that obviously it ended up on Denver's side at the end of the day.
You want to go, Butch?
I mean, Denver's hurting right now. I mean, you lost Bo Nix.
Prayers up for Denver.
We're going to see if Bo Nix is a good quarterback or he's part of the grand scheme in Denver. Is that defense going to help Stidham do well? I don't know. I mean, honestly, the Patriots aren't anything to brag about.
This is a Stidham legacy game. Are you kidding me?
I agree.
Yeah, this like Mike said, this game was turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
You could cry about the refs all you want. I get it. They let them play all game. Then at the end, and we're going to go over this tomorrow, 9 a.m., same YouTube channel, same thing. We're going to have actual fans of these teams talking about it. So tune back in tomorrow for more analysis about this. But this game, like, turnovers. And, like, you could blame the refs, but if you want to blame the refs for the Brandon Cooks play, you can't ignore that they also held in the end zone. Safety, game over, Broncos win, Broncos cover. Great teams cover. And that was before the Cooks play. So refs are bad throughout the league. Butch has a thing on this later. They're terrible. You can't rely on them. And you can't turn the ball over, especially against great teams. They were number one in the AFC for a reason. It sucks because
let's hold off on the great team thing. Like,
they were number one.
They played nobody. They played nobody.
Who the Bills play? The Bills played no one. The
I'm
AFC
just saying,
sucks. Everyone in the AFC played nobody.
So let's just say they were good. They're a good team. We're not going to say
Bills got the Jets twice. The Broncos only got them once. So
let's not say like, oh, they're a great team.
They are great.
They were a good team.
They're great. Butch, are they good or great?
Nah. Listen, if Josh Allen can go back to Pee Wee football and learn when he runs high and tight, tuck the ball. We're not doing this. We're not playing basketball. Tuck the ball, Josh.
Yeah, and he's the best player in the NFL. So it was very silly and weird to see him do that. Maybe he had a vendetta. Maybe he hates Sean McDermott. He wanted him out. Maybe that was the whole thing. He loves Phillip Rivers. He's going to bring him in. We're going to talk about that later. Rams, Bears, Butch's favorite team. Caleb Williams almost did it again. I know no one was happier than you. Butch, what do you got to say about your boy Caleb?
I was ecstatic. I mean, to see him go and leave and be out of the playoffs, it's phenomenal. There's no more running 10, 15 yards, throwing the ball up in the air, hoping a D-back grab so you can get it on the 1 yard line. Yeah, it's the only disappointment is the Rams didn't put it out of reach early. They let the Bears linger around, and when you let something linger around, you have a chance to lose. They should have stepped on their throat, and they should have proved why the Bears suck.
That's how Stafford's been, though. First quarter and final quarter. If you could bet touchdown first quarter, first drive and last drive, like parlay that every week, because that's the only time he scores touchdowns. Also, Butch, who's that guy that Caleb needed to bail him out? What college did he go to? The guy that caught the touchdown.
I don't know.
Was his name Cole Kmet?
Might have been
Let's
Notre
look that
Dame.
up. Let's see what college he went to.
think so. I think it rhymes with Notre Lane.
Charles, what do you got on this game? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Butch, and I know Butch is going to go on a tangent on this later about the refs and everything of that nature. So I'm not going to like dwell on this game as much. I think that, to your point, like the Rams show up in the first quarter and the fourth quarter. Don't know what happens second and third. Like I truly have no idea what's going on with them. The one thing that we've always said, right? No QB, no hope. Somehow he's doing something to win. Like that's the crazy part. And I know we talked about this about the Eagles when Jalen Hurts won last year. I feel like it's kind of the same boat with Stafford this year, right? They're just finding ways to win. And as long as their defense can keep this up, their offense has the pieces to win. And I think that is going to set them up perfectly for, if they could just get by, in my opinion, if they could just get by Seattle in Seattle, I think they win the whole thing. I think whoever comes out of the NFC wins the Super Bowl, but I think that hands down the Rams, if they can just come out of this, they'll be fine. But when you're looking at the recap of the game, I mean, I hate the Bears, so I hate talking about that. So I think that, again, the Bears took a lot of strides correctly. I think that his immaturity as a quarterback was the reason why they lost in overtime. And it's just because he's gotten so used to, I'm going to do something crazy and hope it works out for me. And it finally didn't work out for him. And I mean, the Rams kicker, by the way, is a massive guy too. He's a big dude.
Yeah. That was I believe that's the guy the Jets brought in, and they cut him. But they had folks, so who cares? But yeah, Caleb's gonna run that division for years to come, and he's gonna have his foot on Butch's neck.
Unbelievable.
That's false advertising.
They have the best coach in the league. They got the best quarterback in the conference. It's a problem for you guys. You could refuse to acknowledge it, but it's a problem. It's like when I was watching Brady. It's a massive problem.
Caleb might not even be the fourth best quarterback in our division.
Moving on, though, to one of the more fun games, probably one of the best quarterbacking jobs I've ever seen. We were all blessed to see how a modern day quarterback should perform. This guy was just the pinnacle. And even I looked at the stats today because I know it was horrific. I looked at the stats and it was worse than like what we saw. I mean, Texans Pats, obviously I'm talking about CJ Stroud. What the hell has happened to CJ Stroud? Butch, what are you thinking about this guy? Is he done? Is he going to turn it around?
I'm at a loss for him. I mean, you look at last year when he had, Dell, Nico, he was good. He got injured. This year, it was a roller coaster for him. It was like the Packers season. It was up, down, up, down, up, down. And then he came to the Patriots and handed them the game on a golden platter. It wasn't even silver. It was golden. Mm-hmm. I mean, the last time I seen a performance that bad was freshman year when I threw 5 interceptions against West in the first half. And I was terrible. And he's right up there with me. I mean, He handed New England the game. They needed the turnovers to win that game, which is why I think Broncos have a real good shot this Sunday. I like them. Maybe the kiss of death. I'm sorry, Dak, if it is, but
I think they said it best on the commentary during the game that CJ Stroud looked like just a JV player. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. I truly don't know what he was doing. Like, some of these turnovers were like, bro, are you a rookie or are you on your third or fourth year? Like, what are you doing?
Amber Rose effect.
Like, oh.
Look at Kanye, CJ Stroud.
You know what I mean, though? It's one of those situations where you're just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are your reads? You're not even reading the defense at this point. You're just throwing it, hope that there's a receiver there and nobody's there, so then it's a pick. Like, it's I don't know.
You look at the numbers too. Like I said, it was horrible. It was tough to watch because as the only thing I have is to root against New England because I hate them. I hate their fans. Mike can relate to this. He knows he makes a Square Table Mike, he makes like TikTok and to trigger these Patriots fans, and he gets thousands of comments of just angry, pissed off people, just rodents just come out of the woodwork. And this Stroud went 20 for 47 with 4 interceptions. Like
the fact that they kept on trying to throw the ball. He had 4 interceptions, and I understand, but still at the same time, like you had to figure something else out. Or put somebody else in. Like
poor Will Anderson. I mean, they had a better, and then D'Amico Ryan's punting with 4 minutes left. You're down 2 scores. You have 1 timeout, 4 minutes. He punts the ball, but then you realize maybe they get a strip sack for a touchdown because we're not Stroud's not scoring.
Right.
I mean, if you think about it, though, if he count his interceptions, he was 31 for 40. It's not that bad of a game.
that's a much better.
It's a good completion percentage.
Right. And then he fumbled a couple of times too. Right. They recovered him, but he didn't lose any. But he definitely fumbled once. But before we go to the next game, Mike has a Mike has a question for you guys, for the panelists here. Brandon Cooks, catch or no catch?
I'll go first. It was a catch. I just think it was a catch. I don't know enough of the ruling to understand it, but I feel like when you literally have the ball and you're on your back, how is that not a catch? It gives the defense the opportunity to rip it out of your arms. It makes no sense to me.
Butch, what do you got?
I've been back and forth. I had to dig deep into my defensive roots and listen. Yes, he caught it, but hit the weight room, get control, hang on to it. Don't get it ripped away like a little girl. Man up, hold the ball, and it's yours. The offense already has an advantage. They know the routes. They know where they're going. You know what? Hold on to the ball. It's that simple.
Yep. I'm on the same side as Troy here. NFL said it's not a catch. It's an interception. Fuck the Bills. Not a catch. Settled. Done.
I mean, obviously.
Better luck next year.
Watch, that rule will become up during winter meetings. Watch.
Niners Seahawks. Do we care?
No.
There's nothing to
say about this one.
They figured out how to beat the Niners at the end of the regular season. They were injured. They found their weak spot, and they just put it to them. They whipped them like Adrian Peterson. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't. There's nothing
Still
to talk
catching
about.
Strays.
They just got their ass kicked. Period. End of story.
Yeah. Niners, one of the guys here too had the Niners winning the Super Bowl because they're stupid. You're pointed that way, but on my screen, you're pointing towards the.
Yeah, you're pointing.
My screen. That's brutal.
Any final thought on NFL?
No,
I'm good. Looking forward to the games this weekend with no care in the world.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Stidham putting his legacy. I'm waiting for him to just lay it right on the forehead of all the Patriots. You drafted me. You wanted me to be I've been coming after Brady. I'm going to show you why I should have stayed. Give it to him.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares about any of these games at this point. I think it's just we all want the Patriots to lose.
Yeah.
Coaching carousel. Next topic. Moving on. Sean McDermott gone. McDaniel to the Chargers. Now interviewing for the Bills head job. Bobby Saleh to the Titans. And Minter to the Ravens. What do you guys' thoughts on these?
Halfway to the Dolphins.
We're not going to talk about that.
Who's Dolphins? Oh, yeah, Halfley.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, the guy that was supposed to stop Caleb. See, he knew. He's like, I'm not going to be able to stop this guy. I'm getting the hell out of the division.
Yeah, so he goes to the worst division in football.
So Caleb and Ben are my new dad. I'm out. Right, Butch?
No. Listen, Halfley, all you have to do is steal Caleb's nail polish, and he's going to be crying, and he's probably going to go out on an injury. I'm over him.
I think Rivers interviewing for the Bills. Are you going to talk about that later, or you want to talk about it?
How
funny is that?
That's part of the rant. I'm not even going to talk about that.
Because they were saying that he could sign with the Broncos, play quarterback there. They go coach the Bills afterwards.
I think looking at all the moves that have been made, Ravens went young, which I'm kind of surprised by, with not going with an offensive mind. So it depends on who Minter brings in as the OC, because it's not going to the head coach isn't going to matter. It's whoever you bring in as the OC to pair with Lamar at the end of the day. I think that's going to be the key to it.
Keeping him healthy.
Yeah, solid to the Titans. I think is great, smart. McDaniel to the Chargers. I mean,
That's a great one.
Herbert's the biggest what if guy ever.
Captain What If, baby.
Yeah,
I love McDaniel to the Chargers.
I agree. I think that it will be interesting to see what happens with that, and why I say that is because how you have Jim Harbaugh, right, who seems like the most Poindexter guy, straightforward, and Mike McDaniel, who's clearly out of his mind, and you put them together. Maybe it's match made in heaven or match made in hell.
What McDaniel will do well too is that he'll get the ball out of their hands quick. He could compensate for the fact that they have a bad O-line. He can get that run game going. He can take less pressure off of Captain What If. Butch, what do you think about that?
And I mean, he knows how to handle a quarterback that's one hit away from being out of the league forever. I mean, Herbert, he's in rough shape. He keeps taking hits like that. He's going to be 2.0. So McDaniels knows how to handle that.
I mentioned that. Michael.
I think it's, again, I think the tough part that they're going to have is that Jim Harbaugh is a run-first guy. He always has been.
Mike McDaniel could do what NCAA people are doing now. He could just commit somewhere, sign a contract, and then bounce 2 seconds later. It's insanity.
I feel bad for Saleh, though. I mean, you're going into a team that's just who knows.
But Butch, he's going to call the plays this time. He's going to call the defensive plays so he can be more in tune with the game. Admitting that he didn't give a shit with the Jets.
I'd rather these coaches that are good coordinators stay in your lane. Just stay in it. Listen, because now you go to the Titans and it's a failed experiment again. And now you just go back to San Francisco because it's like a Motel 6. The light's always on for you to come in. It just, dude, you're a coordinator. Ask for a little bit more money, but stay in your lane. Be a good coordinator.
Or he needed an established quarterback. Like, that's why we said the Ravens kind of made sense for him because you already have Lamar going in, you don't know what Ward is. He played greater at the end of the year. But my favorite was Rappaport's tweet. He said that he Saleh finally has a quarterback to when Saleh took the Jets job, you know who the quarterback was at that year with Bobby?
Wasn't it
Sam Darnold. So the tweet is incorrect. It's wrong. Cam Ward we don't know. Saleh's not going to improve Cam Ward's game.
No. Again, it's the same thing as Minter. Like, you have a defensive minded coach, nobody cares about it, right? You're just a face. You
don't know what Minter is.
Who's your OC? Like, who's
Saleh,
your OC?
You know what he is.
No, right. But I'm saying, who's your OC? Your OC will determine the course of your season.
With Tennessee, I could just warn you guys, if there's any Titans fans that are going to stumble upon this show, get used to 13-10 games. Get used to 12-8 boring games. Get used to sitting out in the rain and not scoring a touchdown for an hour. That's what you're in for, because I've been there. I've seen it. It's going to be the same. And the Niners defense, his last game is the Niners. They get 41 points.
On the plus side,
he was checked out. He was done.
Yeah.
On the plus side, at least there are, getting a new stadium. Go Titans.
Yay.
We talked last week. Harbaugh, best. We like that one. That one's the best. We think he should have waited. Fine. We think he should do an NCAA portal and go to Buffalo, but no one wants to see that.
There has been some rumors floating around Mike McCarthy to Buffalo.
Just saying. Yeah. I mean, I would love that as a Jets fan, because
Dable also just interviewed too.
Yeah, Dable and McCarthy are high on the list. I don't know if Square Table Mike's going from 6 to 12 on those two names, but
definitely not
tomorrow.
But Shula, the Browns tried to request to interview Shula. He was like, nah. No one's gonna want that job, because you're tied to the whole Shador cult. Because the second you take that job, everyone's just gonna say, oh, if you don't play Shador, you're racist. Or it's not the fact that he sucks. It's not the fact that he's terrible. You're gonna have to be forced to play him. And you have Deshaun Watson still there, who's making $100 million guaranteed. So that's probably one of the worst jobs that you could possibly want, right?
Mhm.
Like
I mean, right now,
they're
I
not
wouldn't.
going to get.
I would not want to be Kevin Stefanski taking the Atlanta job, and all the Atlanta Hawks or all the Atlanta Falcons fans are like, nah, let's fire this guy. He hates Dion.
Yeah.
Like that's wild to me.
Stefanski, I think if he ended up in the Bills, that would have scared me the most as a AFC East fan, because I think Stefanski was the best coach available. I'm a Stefanski guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't
he's
know
going to
why.
go die in Atlanta because Penix, I think we all agree, is not so good.
He's not the answer.
Yeah. If you guys watched our live reaction, Mike was not too happy with the McDermott firing. And if you want to see Mike be sad, log on tomorrow live. You'll see it. It's great.
He was triggered. You could tell he was triggered.
Yeah. That brings us to a big question, though. Would you rather have a team would you rather be like a Bills fan where you enjoy 3 months of football every year, you go to the same spot every year and you lose? Or would you rather be a Raiders, Jets, Browns fans where you're out week 3?
Welcome to the life of a Packers fan.
Exactly.
How?
How
No. You guys don't get to say that. You're good every year.
What are you talking about? We finish in the same spot every year.
Yeah,
Nothing
No higher
changes.
than a 7 seed.
Yeah.
No higher than a 7 seed.
Oh, in terms of that, okay.
Yeah. Not being terrible.
So they
but
bring
you-
our hopes up,
you
hopes
have a
up,
history
hopes
of
up.
winning.
Yeah.
But you guys have rings. Buffalo doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right.
Like you guys have a storied past, and you guys won in 2011.
But I think
Yeah,
also
we have-
it's, and we talked about this last week, or not last week, but we talked about this, offline, and I said, you're getting rid of McDermott, and there's nobody out there better than him. So why get rid of him?
Yeah,
Stop
to say
with
you
your
just
rant.
needed a change and
Yeah,
blame
I'm
Keon
not
Coleman
getting
is wild.
Not getting into my rant.
Yeah.
Everybody blames the Florida State guy. Everybody blames the Florida State guy. It's
That's because that's a
unbelievable.
trash program.
It's unbelievable.
Second rate.
Where's our handout?
They shouldn't. They should be a G5 school at this point. They are not a.
I mean, the ACC might as well be a G5 conference.
That's why Notre Dame won't join it. They're like, that's so beneath us. We're gonna play Navy.
Let's not forget, Miami didn't win the ACC this year and got into the college football playoff. Just saying.
Dorian Mensa, another story that we're gonna get into. But this day in history, speaking of the Packers in 2011, today, 2011, not today, the same date. Obviously, you guys know what I'm talking about. The Packers won the NFC Championship game. In 1962, Jackie Robinson was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. In 1979, Willie Mays was inducted also into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And there's one more. But I don't want to trigger my
The one we're going to talk about another one that was yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
What are you doing
on the actual 81. Show? Butch, take
it's
it away.
Unbelievable. I get the graphics and he wants to open his mouth. He's unbelievable already.
I didn't want him to continue.
He wasn't. We made eye contact. We made eye contact. You knew. So yesterday,
what I was going for.
January 22nd, 2006, Kobe Bryant, 81-point game. And what's great about that, his grandmother was in attendance for the first pro game she was ever at. He dropped 81 points, and it was also on his grandfather's anniversary of his birthday. So his grandfather was there in spirit. The grandmother was there for the first career game. He dropped 81 points, 55 of which was in the second half.
Hey, rest in peace, Kobe. What did he score in that last game that he played?
61.
61? Man, what a storied career. He was no LeBron James, but there he goes.
You know what?
There he goes.
You are right. He is no LeBron James. LeBron James doesn't touch Kobe. Period.
Because he flopped before he got to him.
LeBron.
All right, we're not going to talk about LeBron and how he's the youngest player to get 30,000 points on this day, but we're going to move on to the MLB.
I wish I could meet you right now.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why I did it in the middle of the show. I was like, if I do it towards the end, they're going to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say in MLB news, no better week than being a Mets fan.
Yeah.
I gave Stearns nothing but shit this whole offseason. You let Pico, Nimmo, McNeil, everyone, the whole nucleus. You get attached to the guys. You hate to see them go, even though they were losers. They never won with them. But you'd never want to see these guys get broken up because, you buy the jerseys, you go to the games, you get attached to these guys. But he let them go this week. Monster week. Dante Bichette Jr. or Bo, the son of the great Dante Bichette. If you played Ken Griffey Jr. Slugfest, he was a 10-9-8 in that stat category. The circle was this big. Best game in Nintendo 64. Right? Don't shake your head at me.
GoldenEye.
Louis Robert Jr. and Peralta. Who's stopping this Mets team?
First of all, Peralta's going to be
themselves.
Peralta's there for the season. That's it.
Same with Bo.
No. Bo signed 3 years.
Yeah, he's
opt out every year.
No, he's not going to opt out. No one opts out of the Mets. They're going to have a casino across the street.
Bo also said the dumbest thing possible in his introductory press conference where he said, "Oh yeah, I chose winning over money."
Yeah, no, that was funny.
Yeah,
I wish they could get up there and be like, "They offered me $1 more, so I'm here now. This is a job.
Yeah,
any job that offers me more money, I go to."
Let me see, $48 million a year, 26.
Right. And that was cool because he got big league by LA, so he was like, "Fuck, I gotta do something." And just went out and just gave an insane amount of money to Bichette, but he deserves it. I mean, he's a great ball player.
Yeah, but I mean, before they signed him, and then nothing made sense because they had 25 middle infielders.
Yeah, but then they traded one for what's his name? Louis Robert.
Right, but and then they got rid of a couple also. But like when you're looking at it, I think that they're making the right strides on what they need to do, especially within that division. They need to make moves, but you better hope that these players pan out, because if not, I don't.
Well, the problem is you don't trust Devin Williams, and you let the best closer in the game go, and you brought on a top 21. So it's a major problem there, because you could get to the ninth inning, and it could bring you Armando Benitez vibes. You get to the ninth inning, and all of a sudden you lose every game. There's no point to spending $1 billion if you can't solidify the end of the game.
You also got rid of 2 of your top 100 prospects.
Yeah, but they also have like 6 in the top 100. Stearns really did rebuild the entire farm system. That's like one thing that he really ddid that was great. Now he realizes that he has a big fat checkbook and he could spend it. Whereas last year he was getting terrible starters and being like, "Oh, well, maybe it worked 2 years ago, so maybe we could try it this year and get these washed up guys and maybe they'll be good here." And it completely blew up.
Hey, it sounds like the Phillies. We're not going to rebuild. We're going to hold everybody tight to our chest and run it back for the 3rd year in a row with the same results.
Yeah, I mean, we still have
you guys did come in first.
We still have another month or so left of free agency. So I think that there's still going to be some moves made, especially during spring training. Let's hope that the Phillies make some kind of adjustment, some kind of move.
Nah, we don't need to hope that.
I think that the Rangers are slowly picking up the pace of things. The Rockies, Diamondbacks, there's a lot of teams that are making moves, quiet moves, little here, little there, that are helping build there. And I don't care what anybody says, the White Sox, even though they got rid of, Luis, I think that they made a lot of good moves in the past couple of days that are building their team for the future.
Yeah, and they won they win 30 games last year. It was historically bad. There was no reason to keep him. You get a guy like Jet Williams, you get Sprout. No, they didn't get Sprout. Sorry, Sprout went to the other team. But you get
they got Luis Angel.
Yeah, Acuna. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got the trades mixed up. So there's no reason to not do that trade. And it was clear, you saw the effort from Robert last year and the year before. Because 3 years ago, he was in the MVP conversation. Then last year, injuries, and the year before that, you could tell he was unmotivated. The team sucked. It's tough to battle injuries and rush back to a team that's 30-100.
Yeah.
So hopefully he hits 80 home runs this year, all against the Phillies, and he becomes your baseball version of Caleb Williams.
You're unbelievable.
Definitely not.
I'm trying to get Butch really riled up and just flip his. You're just going to see the whole computer flip.
Yeah. Yep.
But we're going to move on to a new segment, and you guys are going to have to try to explain to me and everyone else that's here and try to get us to care about this. F1 racing. Now, have you seen the Netflix? The Netflix show is really, really good. I will say that. It will get you into the show. But Mike, you're gonna have to explain this to us.
New season.
These are it is to me to understand that these are the new cars that have been released this year.
Go ahead, Butch.
Yeah, these are the new cars that were released this year.
So far,
throughout the
very
so
colorful.
Far. So as time goes on, more teams will release their car scheme. Each year they add some little things here and there. Mercedes is pretty much the same as it was because they have no innovation. They just want to do the same thing all over
Who's
again.
the big dog?
Red Bull.
Red Bull?
Well, that's not true.
Not in MLS.
McLaren's the one that won
McLaren.
last year.
McLaren. All right, explain this. We have a lot of football fans here. You're going to have to explain these in football terms here.
All right, so
we're going to start with this top left one.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, you start. You start. You do.
Yeah, all right, so we're going to start with Ferrari, right? Ferrari's at the bottom left. Not all the teams are posted here yet. Yeah, not all the teams are posted yet, just because what you'll see is that they go throughout this month and into February. There's 11 teams total on the grid. Each team has 2 drivers. Within the 2 drivers, and then they have a reserve driver just in case somebody gets hurt, whatever. So when you're looking at the bottom left, Ferrari, their comparison is the Cowboys. Okay,
Ferrari is the Cowboys.
Yeah, they're the most iconic, in their respected sport, right? People always know who the Cowboys are, win or lose, but they haven't won anything as of recent. I think the Cowboys won in the 90s. The most recent, the Ferrari one was in like 08. So that's the comparison there. When we're looking at Mercedes, that's the gray one, right above the red. Yep, right there. The Mercedes, they're the Patriots. Okay.
All right. So I hate them.
Yeah.
Everyone with a Mercedes is an op from now on.
So far. All right. But they have past dynasty. They have Hall of Fame ownership for sure, / coaching. I think the thing that people might not understand with F1 is that there's not really like a head coach. They're called a team principal, but team principals could also be the owner. So that's why it gets a little confusing. But Hall of Fame coaching. But when they lost the greatest of all time, just like Mercedes did, just like Brady left, the Patriots, they got bad. So
did everyone on the Mercedes team like murder someone else?
No.
All right, so they're not fully like the Patriots.
They pulled in a driver that couldn't even legally drive on the roads of Europe because he was 16 years old, but they trusted him with a multi-million-dollar car, and he's not bad.
250 miles an hour.
Are they driving it? Are they driving it to the local spa?
No, his mommy drops him off for the races.
Oh, they're definitely not the Patriots.
All right, so then the next one, bottom right, all the way at the bottom, Red Bull Racing. They're the Kansas City Chiefs. This is the best comparison to them to the NFL currently. Recently, they just beat teams. They find a way to beat teams, and by a lot. They've won a ton over the past couple of years. They have a player leadership that is arguably in the GOAT conversation, which is the same thing here. Max Verstappen is by far now one of the youngest racers coming up, but is in the GOAT conversation for Formula One after what he's done. But again, both of them took a step back here. As you could tell, the Chiefs, same thing with Red Bull. They took a step back just based off the whole team, not so much about the leader itself.
You could almost kind of compare Red Bull to the Bills. They have Josh Allen, but nobody's surrounding him. They can't get a second driver. Every second driver they try and get up, he's just not good. They tried Yuki, they tried Lawson. There's no support system with Max. So Max is going out getting first or second, and his partner's sitting back in 18th like, hey, just keep lapping me, buddy.
What does that mean? Partner. Like they got two cars out there?
There's 2 cars, yeah.
Yeah, 2 cars.
Okay. So he's wheeling and dealing and homeboys in the back.
Yeah, they don't even help him.
Okay.
So the next one is the current champions, McLaren. They did win last year. They won the Constructors' Cup, which is the team won. They also won the Champions Trophy with Lando Norris. Their biggest comparison right now is the Eagles, right? Recent winners with teams, but they hate each other. That's the best way to describe it. Within the team, they hate each other. The way that the CEO and team principal runs it is whoever wins, wins. I don't really care. He doesn't have a number one guy or a number two guy. He has two number ones.
Yeah.
That's the way he likes to do it. Most teams have a set number one and a set number two. He doesn't do it that way. He says whoever wins, wins. I don't care. As long as it's legal, that's all that matters. Alpine, they're the pink and blue one right there. Yep.
That'd be a Caleb Williams car because of the
yeah. The best way to describe them is they're the Saints. I mean,
so he's really good if he's Caleb Williams.
They were decent. They were trending in the right direction, and then everybody left, so they're not good anymore. Williams hasn't released their car yet. Their car is like a blue and white car. Their best description of them are the Steelers. They're a historical team that's been around since the beginning. They've won every.
And you don't want to go in a bathroom with them.
They've won every now and then, but they're not that good. Racing Bulls, which is the top left, they're the Texans, and the reason why I describe them as the Texans, they're the little brother of Texas. Well, guess what? The Racing Bulls is the little brother of the Red Bull Racing. So I think that's kind of, they're just the feeder team. You call them a JV team if you want, but people, in order for you to get to Red Bull, you have to basically start in Racing Bulls and kind of work your way up. Audi, which is the one right above Mercedes, it's the gray and orange one. That one is the Rams, and the reason for that is because they change their colors constantly. They change their names. In the last 4 years, they've had 3 different team names, and it's all based off sponsorship. I think they'll be stuck now with Audi because Audi is here to stay, and I think that's kind of where it'll be.
Okay.
Cadillac hasn't released their stuff yet. The best way to describe them is just their expansion team, right? First year in Formula One, 2026. Kind of like the Jags, right? Veteran drivers who have never won, but they won on teams that were, the top drivers were on. That's the best way to describe it.
And I'm going to be interested on their cars because I have a funny feeling. I'm thinking like a gloss black, maybe a little bit of gold trim for that Cadillac elegance.
White.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking forward to their car.
And then the top right is Haas. They're the other American team other than Cadillac. The best way to describe them is they are the Browns, and that's self-explanatory at that point.
Yep.
Yep.
So I think
Dominic Treadle walks in here. Which one of these bad boys is he driving?
He'll probably end up driving most likely a Red Bull car, just because they're a Ford. So
Big Dom.
Yeah.
All right, so that was good.
Ferrari broke down today.
Did it?
Yep.
Now, when's the season start? How does that work? Is it like football schedule? Is it every Sunday? How does that work?
Yeah, I think when you look at it, it's difficult to say. Typically, the way that it happens on a race week is they have practice on Thursday, Friday. Qualifying happens on Saturday, and then the race is typically on Sunday. It's not weekly. Sometimes it could be 2-3 weeks in a row. Sometimes there's a break. Typically, it's every other weekend, and it typically starts in the end of February, beginning of March, and goes through until November.
And those first few races that are, over on the other side of the world, it's rough. It's 2-3 a.m. races here. So if you want to watch it, either record it or get up at 2 a.m. and watch. I mean, it's rough.
How long are these races lasting? Is it like the Daytona 500 where it's like an all day excursion?
No.
They're an hour race.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, hour and a half tops.
Are there any electric vehicles for our eco-friendly people?
So electric does have their own F1 category. It's FE.
You would know this if you watch Drive to Survive, like we've told you to do, with the new season coming out February 27th.
Listen, it's coming. All right, I'm gonna watch it. I promise. I'm gonna watch it. Every time I put on Netflix, though, there's like some new show, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this instead of F1.
Don't do it.
I know, and I shouldn't.
All you have to do, as soon as you start watching Drive to Survive, you will understand why
It's good.
you got into it.
No, and it is good. I
Yeah.
watched the first episode. I was like, this is really good. I'm going to keep watching. And then I was like, never mind.
Yeah, you were like, here's in hers. Yeah, buddy.
Is it hers? Let's go. Breeze through that. But what time is it now? Drum roll. Time for rants. Mike, I know you've been itching all week.
Mhm.
What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so flabbergasted by what the Bills are doing. Their front office is a mess, right? They went on the owner went on the whole spiel. Well, first they fired McDermott, right? So that's one thing. And you fire him and there's nobody better than him right out there. So that's the first thing that I don't understand. The second thing I will never comprehend is how they truly just don't understand how to throw people under the bus, right? Oh, this is an issue. The coaching staff wanted, Keon Coleman, and then all of a sudden, what happens? A documentary comes out with them. The whole being just going off about, no, we want him, we want to draft him, and then they talk about like how he's stupid and how they didn't want to draft him. He's still on your team. What are you doing? The kid's 22. Like, I don't care how dumb he is, but like he's a kid. What if you would have saw what we were doing at 22, you'd be like, how are these people even alive? Number one. But number two, like how do they have
shout out
for Locos. Another thing is how do they have jobs? If you would have saw what we were doing at 22, you wouldn't understand. So when you're looking at it, I don't comprehend how they are just going off about this. And like that, if that's your defense, hey, we fired Sean because of Keon Coleman. Like that's terrible. Like awful. Right? Like, oh, that was the thing that and then they backtracked. Then it was, well, he would have got fired anyway. It wasn't, the playoff game. It was, regular season. Like they can't get over the hump. Like I don't comprehend it, and I will never understand. If you're gonna fire your coach, there better be somebody out there that's better than him, or you're gonna get rid of your whole team and go younger.
It's a monster risk, and I hope it completely fails for them.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it fails because I hate the ownership now.
And at the end of the day, Jets aren't the joke of the AFC East right now.
Well,
they got like 2 days. It's beautiful.
That's what you hope. And for me, I know I have a couple more seconds here. I don't comprehend that you are truly throwing a kid under the bus and saying like, oh, it was a dumb draft pick, I don't care. Just say, hey, we're over. We couldn't get over the hump. That's it. That's why he fired McDaniel.
I had to play it at some point. I love my young.
Go ahead, Butch.
Oh, all right. My rant this week is defensive pass interference. It is arguably one of the penalties that affects the game so much. I'm astonished when I looked up some of the stats with it. When you're going into halftime or it's the end of the game, especially halftime, these teams, they take a knee. The way it is, just have your quarterback run around and chuck it deep and hope that receiver gets a defender that grabs him because he's been guarding him for 6 seconds and the ref can throw his pretty little flag. And now you're going 58 yards down the field, spot foul. Let's give him a first down. It's absolutely ridiculous. Offense already has an advantage. They know the routes. They know the play. As a defender, you're already at a disadvantage. And then when you sit there and go in the fourth quarter and you have 2 minutes to go, you have a pass interference call that gives them the ball in scoring range. It's a game changer. That it increases your winning probability up to 25% just from one penalty. And it's what bothers me the most is a defender can get called for pass interference and net 40 yards. An offensive player can do an illegal pick, get offensive pass interference, shove off like the Bears receiver did, won't go there, shove the guy to the ground, catch the ball. And what is it? Oh, it's 10 yards. Okay, so you do pass interference on offense, it's 10 yards. But defense, we get hit for 30, 40, 50 yards. It's absolutely insane. It needs to be fixed. I'm good with 15 yards and a first down. I truly am. But giving somebody 50 yards because they may have slipped or needed to get back on the receiver and grabbed them, it's absolutely absurd. And I can't stand it. I know that all the NFL wants is, we want points, we want viewers, we want this and that. You know what? Then just put flags on, because you're already at a disadvantage when you're a corner. And you're going to sit there and penalize these guys. Like, all right, that's a 50-yard penalty, but Myles Garrett can rip his helmet off, bash a guy over the face, and it's 15 yards. Like, so you're physically assaulting another player, and it's 15 yards. But yet you can tug the jersey, and you get Steve, I don't have biceps, Hockley's crew. He's throwing the flag, and it's 50 yards down the field. You're setting up first and goal. It's just horse shit. It's complete horse shit.
Yeah, I think that's what college gets right. I think it should be the pass interference is a 15-yard penalty. And the other thing that I would love to see, I don't know if you can do it, but what I do love that the NCAA does is first down is stops the clock until you get set. I love that. I think the NFL should adopt that too, because I hate when you don't have a timeout and there's like a minute 40, and that's 2 plays now in the NFL. The ref stands there over the ball, doesn't let anything go. But brings me to my rant. My rant is about college football, the portal, the way the players have all the control, which I'm for. Like I was big, the players should get paid. But when you sign a contract, you stick with that contract. Just like in the NFL, you can't sign a contract with the NFL and then the next day be like, never mind, I'm going over here. You saw it with Damon Williams when LSU was tampering with him. He signed with Washington, then immediately Lane Kiffin obviously gets involved, starts tampering, and then he immediately tries to get out of his contract and go to LSU. The school had to sue him because, of course, they're not going to let the kid go make more money. So it's a messy situation. It needs to stop. You saw it with Damon Williams. Now you're seeing it with is it Dorian Mensah or Darian Mensah, the highest paid quarterback already at Duke. Now he's trying to leave, and obviously we all know where he's going. Now the whole thing is that he can't enroll at the other school, but he did sue to get out of the contract so he can enter the transfer portal, but he can't enroll at another school. So it's the stupidest thing. And then the other thing is that these college players get 10 years in college football now. You got the guy Mohamed Tori, I hope I'm saying the name right. He's on his 8th year of eligibility. He started at Rutgers in 2019, the same year as Kyle Hamilton, who's now in his 5th year in the NFL. It's outrageous. This college football it's college football. It's for college kids. It's not meant to be 26, 27-year-old players in their 10th year. Carson Beck at the press conference said, I don't have class. I graduated 2 years ago. He's playing in the national championship. It's insane to me. And then where do you graduate from? You have guys that play for 6, 7 college football teams now. Are you transferring your credits? Are you going to class? Is it just that obvious that it's not even about college anymore and it's just like a minor league football team? I don't know if you guys remember, but transfers, when you transfer to another school, you have to sit out a year or go to a AA school. Now you could just bounce around like a ping pong ball and you're everywhere. It's crazy. If you're not good enough to go to the NFL after 5 years, then you're not good enough. You can't stay in college for 10 years and all go to Indiana and play for Signetti. It's crazy to me. Like, what happened to the whole getting a 5-star freshman means nothing anymore because now you're competing against grown men. It's crazy. What do you guys think about that, right? Like,
did you see the rumor?
And it's every day. It's every day. There's tampering. We just saw it. I was just reading the story before I came on here with Luke Farrelly, signed with Clemson, the linebacker. Ole Miss tampered. He got out of his contract with Clemson. Now he's going to Ole Miss. You can't just sign a contract and then if you're getting paid and you sign a contract, you have to go by that contract or sit out. Like in the NFL, you can't sign a contract to get paid and then leave. And I don't blame the players because they're 20-year-old kids and one school offers you $3 million and the other one offers you $5 million. You're going to do everything you can to go, but you shouldn't be allowed to. The rules are this, and judges letting them get out of their contracts is insanity to me.
Did you see the rumored of what Miami offered the Duke quarterback? So it was
No,
up to
it was like
10
11
million.
million, right?
It was
yeah.
10 million to buy out his contract.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
then
and they're going to buy it out.
oh, it gets better. Then they were going to give him country club housing. So a real nice cushy house, an Adidas deal plus campaign. And this was the best part of it. They were giving his sister a full ride scholarship to Miami for soccer plus an NIL deal. And by the way, she's at Oregon, so they have to buy out her from Oregon. So you're giving up all this to bring in one person.
Yeah.
Like
Who
come
went
on.
7-5 last year with Duke?
Yeah. Duke's not known for basketball.
ACC championship, ACC champions, baby.
He did win the ACC championship.
There's one team that
It's just I
matters
can't
in Duke.
stand it. I can't stand it. You go to the portal and that one day, the first day open, what was it, 2,500 transfers?
Mhm.
Even the
It's
kid
insane.
that left ND, Minchie, he signed with Kentucky, and then the next day left, or he went to Kentucky. Sorry, he signed with I forget where he signed first. Then the next day, it's like the next day they leave. What's the point of contracts? What's the point of paying them? What's the point of any of it?
They talked about it the day after all the bowl games finally ended. There was something like 4,500 kids in the portal.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's insane to me.
And we have
get your money. I get that.
Right. And we have sources too, like within the lower ranks that are like, these kids don't find a home D1. So what ends up happening? They go to D2.
Right.
They play a year and then go back up. Like,
and you got to figure what is it, like 95% of college athletes don't go pro. So where are you getting your credits? Where are you getting your degree? It's so fake and crazy now. It's just like, I don't know. It just seems so outrageous.
I'm going to have a rant on this next week because I already thought about this. But something similar to this, more about conferences and things. But John Calipari was talking about this, about the portal.
That was great.
In an interview the other day. And he said, and he was saying, like, it would be stupid for most college coaches to look at high school basketball. He's like, there's no reason to, because all you can do is just go to the portal and find a third year small forward that's played enough basketball.
Right. And now they're coming in from the G League.
Right. Not only that, G League, they're coming from Europe. They're coming from all over the place. You know what I mean?
And
I think that
this ruins all of recruiting too, because you're recruiting. Say you have a 5-star quarterback that's a sophomore, and you're recruiting a 5-star quarterback. You're putting all these hours into bringing him in. If your sophomore's like, I'm staying next year, this kid's out, and you spent all that money and he's gone. So it's just crazy.
And I think too, like, they need to line up the dates. Like, you need to figure it out. The problem with the portal too is that they need to be signed up before the school year starts.
Yeah, or everything has to be a 1-year contract. And
right.
If you don't abide by that, you sit out that year, and then you could transfer the next year.
Right. And I think Calipari said it the best. He's like, you sign a contract. If you don't own up to it, you need to pay it back.
Right.
It's that simple. If you want buyouts, then fine. You have to put that in your contract.
Yeah.
But there should be a limit to what these people are doing.
And 2 transfers max. Like
that's exactly.
Crazy.
Yep.
You know, unless it's 2 transfers max, unless your coach leaves. If your coach leaves, the rule stays the same.
Right.
Your coach
I
leaves,
agree
you
with
can
that.
leave. But if you just
that.
keep choosing to leave, then you should have two years. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Like just end of rant. That's insane. I could go on all day. I will never be persuaded the other direction either. I was a big, like, you got to pay these kids. Like, it's crazy. You have a $1 billion corporation. You're not paying your employees, essentially. So I get the paying, but there's got to be some regulation now. It can't just be, I'll give you 3, sign a contract. I'll give you 5. Okay, I'm going to leave this contract and go over here now. It's just,
and there's a
gets rid
difference
of the whole
between
thing.
paying them and buying an all-star team. Like Ohio State's NIL roster was more than some NFL teams, which it didn't help you. You still lost, but like, I'm all for paying the kids, but at what expense? Like, hey, I need $3 million or I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when we played, it would have been like, all right, get your ass out of here and see you later.
No, it would have been through the back door, the big bag through the back door, and you would have been driving around an Escalade on campus. Coach O said it best on a podcast. They said, what's the main difference between NILs and when you were there? He's like, we used to have to bring the money through the back door. Now we can bring it through the front.
Yeah.
I think, to your point though, with the NIL, football needs to be separate than every other sport. Football brings in the most revenue with college sports. So I think that they need to do it. But I think that, and, you know, Kaju just pointed it out there.
Isn't this?
I think that
The walls were closing in.
right. I think personally, they need a college commissioner, and the college commissioner needs to be Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. You need to have a guy that broke all the rules to
correct
install a new one.
100%. But we're getting out of control with the amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but one 18-year-old might work out, right? To Butch's point, it might work out where you pay a kid $10 million and they end up winning you a national championship,
right?
Or you're Ohio State, where you put a roster together of like 200 million. It doesn't.
And not
work
to talk
out.
about how great ND is again, because they are, but that's Marcus Freeman's bread and butter is recruiting. So if you have a master recruiter, it means nothing now,
100%.
Because they're all just going to leave. Like if they don't start immediately, they're gone. Because if you're a backup, you're not getting an NIL deal. But then a smaller SEC school like Vanderbilt or something like that will come along and be like, "Oh, you start here, we'll give you $5 million." Kid's out. He's out. And so all these smaller schools now are going to get all these 5-star guys poached from bigger programs from players that aren't playing. And that's good, but then he's going to leave there.
To your point, though, too, we've seen it the other way, right? Clemson, Dabo he doesn't do the portal.
He sucks in the portal.
He doesn't do it. He's going to get
aged out.
He got his first one this past year.
Right? And he just got this linebacker, and it was a big thing, and he left.
Yeah, it was a huge thing. The guy left, right? But all he does is recruit high school kids. Well, it's going to screw you at some point.
Yeah.
Either you play the game or the game's going to play you. You got to figure it out.
Well, that's why Mike Bray, the basketball coach, that's why he left, because he was like, I can't. He saw the NIL on the wall, and he was like, I can't be. I'm 80 years old. I'm not going to be fighting. But that's the end. That's all I got. Pop culture.
We got one thing.
Ooh. Go ahead.
We got one more thing. We got our parlay, dog.
Oh yeah, but before we get there, this was a good story. I've been following this one like I'm my own investigator. Ryan Wedding, former Canadian Olympian turned narco boss, arrested today. FBI's most top wanted, the top 10, whatever he was. I think he was like 2. Yeah. But they caught him. They got him in Mexico today. Brought him in. I think they're bringing him to California or Canada. They're bringing him to, I think it's California.
I think it's California.
Because intimidating a witness and killing him. So they finally got him. Big news. The story's over. Now, see, I was investigating this one. Now when they catch him, it's kind of a letdown because it's like, shit. Like now what do I do?
But still, I mean, it's a wild story. The guy went from a Canadian,
a bad Canadian Olympian. So I mean, you're an Olympian, you're not bad, but he sucked in the Olympics. So he turned narco boss, which we're seeing a lot of. We saw that USC player did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep. And he went to jail though.
Yeah, well, he is too now. So
if we're gonna touch on all sports here, we got to be fair. Trinity Rodman signed the highest deal in women's professional soccer, $2 million.
Congrats, Trinity.
They created.
Wait, what was the price? How much was it?
It's like a little over $2 million.
$2 million. That's the highest ever. MLS or
NW
women's. The women's
but
side.
Like USA or
yep.
Wow.
Washington.
They made it. It's called the Rodman rule.
Yeah.
What record did she smash? Like,
well, before the highest paid woman was like 200,000 a year.
200,000, and they gave her two. Did they write an extra zero by mistake?
Nope. Nope.
Well, congratulations to her.
Yep.
If you're watching Netflix, you watch the F1 show. Bert Kreischer has a new show. Haven't seen it. I lied. I saw half of episode 1. I like it. This is what I do. I watch half of episode 1s and pull the plug. But we have our parlay for this week. Let me pull it up. Hold up.
Yeah,
what did you guys have?
Butch, one of you pull up the.
I got it. All
right. I'll go first.
Yeah.
I have tomorrow night, Nebraska not tomorrow night. It's noon tomorrow. Nebraska at Minnesota men's basketball. I have Nebraska -5.5.
I'm going Sam Darnold, alternate passing yards, 225 plus, minus 138, added with the minus 110, Nebraska minus 5.5, and Butch.
I've been thinking long and hard about this. You know,
You have
I
to do the one you said last. I have it in there.
I don't remember which one that was, but I wanted to go Denver plus 4.5, but I didn't want to give the kiss of death to Dak. I didn't want to do that to him. I wanted to go Stidham 200 yards passing because but I think I'm gonna figure out Harvey 3 receptions.
Thank God.
3 receptions is at minus 200. That brings the parlay to a total plus 393.
It doesn't mean I'm not going to hammer.
393.
I'm going to hammer Denver plus 4.5 instead of 200 just because.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One of us is losing.
Not me.
It's gonna be me. Darnold's gonna get it.
Yeah. Darnold's gonna be Darnold again, and it's over. Goodbye.
that pumpkin's gonna strike midnight real quick.
Yep. Oh yeah. Everyone that's watching, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us the whole time. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the page. Tomorrow, 9 a.m., we're going to be live again, going over the AFC Championship game, the NFC Championship game. We're going to have Mike, Troy, Fade, Chris, Wander. I love you, Wander. Thank you. We're going to have Mike, Troy, Tom, maybe Charms. I'll be there. I'm going to be hosting. I'm not going to be giving picks. No more free picks, right? You wanna fade me and get rich? You're gonna have to start paying me. And then I think we're getting a UFC show tomorrow in the afternoon. Paramount Plus is gonna be at night. That's gonna be with Troy and Ray. I think we're getting that. They still haven't 100% confirmed that, but you got Patty the Baddie, Sugar Shane Mosley, Justin Gaethje, Derek Lewis is fighting. So it's gonna be a great card. As always, thank you. Thank you for sticking with us, and look out for more content from Kaiju Live. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend.
See ya.
See ya.